Okay, Wildcats, today we're looking at Wednesday, November 7th, Factoring Special Cases Part 1. That's going to be on page 27. It's also going to be the last assignment for the second 6 weeks. Okay, so if you would, update your table of contents. All right, now your table of contents are updated. Let's take a look at the notes and examples. All right, so the only notes we really have is right here. Okay, the difference of squares. Some polynomials follow a special format. These polynomials will always be factored the same way. So if you have a squared minus b squared, your factored form will be a minus b times a plus b. And that's what we're looking at. That's what you call special cases. Okay. So here, what you first want to identify is what a and b is. So a is x and b is y. Okay. So in essence, you have a squared minus b squared. So your factored form is x minus y times x plus y, and you're done. Now you'll notice I added some lines to the work. If you want to do that, you can. You don't have to, but if you want to pause a moment to help keep your work a little organized. All right, now example 2. So if you think that it's a squared minus b squared, you want to first look at what a and b is. Well, a would be x, and that makes sense, x squared. B, now you want to think, well, is there a number I can square to get 4? The answer is yes, 2. Because 2 squared is 4 and x squared is x squared. So you have a squared minus b squared. So your answer is real simple. X minus 2 times x plus 2. Now, what I recommend doing is drawing a box. Add another line here. Okay, I recommend drawing a box and then multiplying and seeing if it works. Okay, so if you did it right, you'd have x minus 2 times x plus 2, and when you multiply, you should get x squared minus 4. And let's see if that works. Put a 1 there. So 1x times 1x is 1x squared. 1x times negative 2 is negative 2x. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So you would be left with 1x squared. 2x minus 2x is 0, so minus 4. So it checks, and you can verify that that's correct. Okay? All right. Now let's take a look at example 3. So same thing. If it looks like we have a squared minus b squared, what do you think? Well, a in this case would be x, and then b, you think, well, what squared gives me 9? The answer to that is 3. So your answer would be x minus 3 times x plus 3. Okay, and then you want to draw some lines, keep your work organized, and then you want to draw a box. And you want to multiply this out to verify that in fact it's x squared minus 9. So we have 1x minus 3 and 1x plus 3. Okay, so if we factor it correctly, when we multiply, we should get x squared minus 9. So 1x times 1x is 1x squared. 1x times negative 3 is negative 3x. 3 times 1x is 3x. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. So we get 1x squared. 3x minus 3x is 0x. So that's just 1x minus 9. It matches, so it's checked. So we did this correctly. Okay, so now example 4. So if you think you have a squared minus b squared, then you look at, well, a is x in this case, and b is, well, you think, well, what squared gives me 16? The answer to that is 4. So your answer would be x minus 4 times x plus 4. Okay, now we're going to draw our box. And if we did this correctly, when we multiply, we should get x squared minus 16. So we have 1x minus 4 and 1x plus 4. So 1x times 1x is 1x squared. 1x times negative 4 is negative 4x. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. So we have 1x squared. 4x minus 4x is 0x, so it's just minus 16. This checks. Okay? All right, so finish up example 3 and 4. All right, example 5. So again, if you think you have a squared minus b squared, you think about, well, what is a and what is b? In this case, we think, well, what squared gives you 4 squared? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, or 2 squared is 4, and x squared is x, so that's 2x. And you think, well, what squared gives us 25? The answer to that is 5. So our answer would be 2x minus 5 times 2x plus 5. And again, you want to, I'm going to add a line here. Okay. And you want to multiply, okay, to see if this works. So 2x minus 5 and 2x plus 5. And if we multiply this, we know we factor correctly, we'll get 4x squared minus 25. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 5 is negative 10x. 5 times 2 is 10x. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. So we get 4x squared. 10x minus 10x is 0, so minus 25. So this checks. All right. So again, if you think you have a squared minus b squared, you think about what is a, what is b. Well, you think about what squared gives us 9x squared. The answer to that is 3x. And then you ask yourself, well, what squared gives you 49? Well, the answer to that is 7. So your answer would be 3x minus 7 times 3x plus 7. And then you want to draw a box and multiply to check to make sure you factored it correctly. So 3x minus 7 times 3x plus 7. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative 7 is negative 21x. 7 times 3x is 21x. 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. So that's 9x squared. 21x minus 21 is 0x, so that's minus 49. That checks. Okay, at this point, start working on your assignment. But before you do that, so I can save time making a video, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know the table of contents for the third 6 weeks, okay? And the reason why I'm telling you this in video is because Friday, that'd be Friday this week, November 9th, will be a spiral view, and it's going to be an assignment that you're going to complete in class. It's, I think, 9 problems front and back. So there you go. Now, on Monday, November 12th, there won't be a video. Tuesday, November 13th, there won't be a video. November 14th, there won't be a video. There won't be a video on Thursday, November 15th, because that's going to be CBA 2. You're going to have 2 days for the CBA. November 16th will be CBA 2 corrections. November 19th through 23 will be Thanksgiving break. So you won't have a video until Monday, November 26th, and that will be page 28. Okay, so again, I just want to let you know that you won't have a video from November 9th all the way through November 23rd. Okay, so if you would update your table of contents for the third 6 weeks, and then start working on this assignment. Okay, so with that, have a wonderful Wildcat